We're continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker main story quest progression. We are currently in Old Charlayan, but I wanted to update everyone real quickly. We did do a Fantasia. I am now Hrothgar. I don't know, I just felt like getting something different, something new to mix it up. And I've been playing around with some classes as well as we go along, so don't mind me. I'm a monk right now, but you know, we're just gonna play around with whatever we got. Test some things out, see how the new expo is, but let's get back into the main story, everybody. But first, if you have any questions or comments for me, you'll find me live every day on twitch.tv/Drybear. Who knows? I might even be streaming right now. Kryl says, my directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of the Numenon, Charlayan's grandest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Numenon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. The vast halls of the Great Google Library pale in comparison to Numenon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Charlayan is free to enter and pursue its shelves, well, most of its shelves. Only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I dispatched Yustola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alice and Alphanod will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlayan history or forum policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tones. Happy reading. All right, let's go. I love reading and surveying. It's my favorite. Let's do it. Holy crap. That's a lot of books. Sweet mother of God, look at this guy's hair. What the? This is only the first floor? Jesus. All right, let's get to reading. Oh, this looks cool. Nito Burrito Bandito. Brightly colored book. Mine now. Long, long ago, on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Nynkrif. Nynkrif was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was he built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for that imperiled realm. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nynkrif's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only despair, Nynkrif wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nynkrif gathered to his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Charlayan we live to this day. Wow! That's crazy. Teleportation from a tsunami, huh? Roads of old, the colony. What's this? Many years ago, on the banks of the Thaliak in the Dravanian hinterlands, a Charlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th astral era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and their demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in the renowned wisdom of the Charlayans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Charlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Charlayan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Charlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the Great Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idylishire. Oh. Wow, this book does not appear to contain additional information on the forum or cover history of the Charlayan motherland in greater detail. Dang. So that's where Idylishire was Charlayan in nature, I guess. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty insane-o braino, eh? Time-worn tome. The faded title on the spine reads Stewards of Wisdom. Read the book? Yes. Read thine book. During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Nunkrif, founder of Charlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Charlayans took to the heart of the words of the Savior and henceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Wow. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. What about strength of legs? With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came beautiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise can be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlayan would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Insane. Dang. Wow, this one. Forever 20 summers. What? Forever 20? Forever 21? What? My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your bodies you should? Yeah, a lot actually. I too once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Though through mindful, healthy living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer, to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, aetherological, and arcane viewpoint. Is the wrong subject. Dang it. What about this one over here? What you got for me? Blue covered book. An introduction to the heavens. Oh. What? Have your gaze the skies above and contemplate the mysteries contained therein? Sometimes. I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond of the sun and twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us to be finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. I don't think this is right. This seems like it's not Charlayan revolved. It was the technologists of Alag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern the star's abyss. The starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud. I think this is wrong. It's the wrong subject. Okay, I need this one over here. This one's gonna be it. Excuse me, coming through. This is it. This is the one. This has to be it. The voice of a growing city. It's promising. Seems promising. In the years which followed the founding of Charlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided to the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201 of the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decided and decreed that Charlayan would transition to a new form of governance. Strict, iron-fisted dictatorship. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members. Okay, yeah, that seems more reasonable. Citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus was the forum as we know it today conceived and created. You gain fundamental understanding of history. Oh, we did it! Yeah, let's go to the bench. I'm waiting. Did you guys find good stuff? Let's see. Oh, so they're the ones that went down into the Archon only area. Sorry, were you waiting long? Yeah, hours actually. And I'm really pissed about it. But I'll forgive because I'm a generous god. I want to make sure I'd borrow at least a few promising volumes. Alphanode and Kryl should be also along shortly. I was delighted in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no titles in the Archon stacks mentioned the final days specifically. So we have but no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed his staff that even if Alphanod and I were to return to Charlene, we were not allowed across the threshold. Sag. Oh, man. Rejected by family. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. Maybe. We'll mend this rift one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Raha? What, have you been to visit your family, or do they not live here in the city? Ugh, well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlene, yes, but I was born further away. Really? In the southern reaches of Ilsabard. In fact, for generations, my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. The Alligans found a city in that fertile land and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Makote to serve as laborers. Damn. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the fourth umbral calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the fifth calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, and they might prevent the remnants of Allagan technology from being misused. Aw, isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes, some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Garlemald renamed the legion Locus Amonis. Among Us? What? When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. Ah, yes, Darnus. Squinting. House Darnus demonstrated a singular interest in Allagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices have been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allagan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with Allagan Eye, I was given over to the custody of friends in the students of Valdizion, who had me registered as a Charlayan citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Man, he fled. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louis Soroka. Was he not? Stories of adopted wives and rescued orphans are more common among Charlayans than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity. We outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. 'Tis exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish it would remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear, another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. There is that. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books, Torvald. More company should be arriving any moment now. Wow. Hopefully they found something good. Okay. Wait again. All right. What did you guys find out? Anything good? Any news? We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kryle has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters and more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we'll be looking into research papers on the umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? Why are you so accusatory, huh? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarat firsthand, and fear I may be overlooking critical details. Okay. Ask away. I have the answers. I was there. My thanks. Now, where to begin? Good question. First things first, what happened? What kind of phenomenon did the ancients encounter as the final days drew nigh? I'm supposed to remember? The worst kind! Destabilization of creation magics, primals. It was primals, right? Right? Or am I wrong? I believe Halen and Zodiac were summoned after the final days. Oh, right. Right, my bad. Yeah, if we're speaking of phenomena caused by the final days, the chaos of creation magic went rampant is what first comes to mind. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of your knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved or passed on. Y'shtola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Ascians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? The entire star was engulfed by disaster all at once. Yes, it sure was. A keening sound from the land itself. It was the star. Yeah, we went to space and everything blew up, right? Right? Am I wrong again? I think you must be misremembering. God dang it! 'Twas more of a gradual spread. Right, yeah. Yeah, true. The Amaratines spoke of a keening sound that rose from the land itself just before a region was visited by catastrophe. We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course. Thrust we were into the midst of madness. What I said. So the ground was crying out, you say. To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive and probably quite loud. I'll have to speak with one of the Numenon's mammoths and ask after the books which made mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They summoned Zodiark? Wait. They summoned Zodiark first, right? And he was supposed to be their, like, savior, right? Hylian came second? To try and undo the problem of Zodiark? Yeah! With Eldebus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves a sacrifice to bring him into being. We do not know exactly how Zodiark brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives spread anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiark, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones once absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hylian. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. You're welcome. I know everything. With all that freshly in mind, it does not make me wonder that the Telephori truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with these towers of theirs is forcing people to summon primals of a kind of catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the condition caused by the unstable creation magics? Possibly. Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech, a convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash? Sigh. This all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return to our attention to the forum, shall we? Okay. We should keep an eye out for Y'shtola, but 'tis time we began studying these research papers. Time to read. Yeah. All right, we read. Oh, Y'shtola's here. My queen. I'm the last, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books. She's like the only one that found anything of use. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. God dang it. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflections from the Gerun oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the great Google library. 'Tis even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, will be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. True, that's fair. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be the Archons or counselors, should perforce, by largely ignorant of the source. Yet when you confronted Master Force with knowledge of the Telephori and their machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they posed a threat. He seemed adamant that the Forum would know if the final days were truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the Forum's behavior, it is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Fair assumptions. Not that I mean to excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You weren't thinking of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. I have this thing. It's really important. I'm actually illiterate. I can't read. Yeah. God dang it. All right. I guess we're reading. Let's read. You labor for what feels like an age as Yostola's research assistant. Damn. Speak with Kryle. Where is she? There she is. Oh dear, you look exhausted, but what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Yes, I was. Then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a mammoth at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment, though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with our research for quite some time. Completed. Yeah, nice. Next, Alice appears in desperate need of a study break. Ready for a tea break, Torvald? I know I am. Hey, get out of my picture, man. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are going to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbor, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables and I'll treat you to their coffee. I love coffee. Let's go. As busy as ever, I see. How very Charlatan that no other gourmet cafe has sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? We're going for vibes, huh? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telefari. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Sure. Keep her at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave her behind, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What about this person? Hi, Pirandier. What is this? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere. You misunderstand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew of the Telefari. These enemies of peace have promised an end to all we hold dear and... Wait. You're that House Levier girl, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner. Humph. I've heard you were disowned for helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims. And here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. Okay, whatever, dude. Suck it. Who else do we have? Oh, someone over here. Hildoys. Blastoise's little sister. What's up, Hildoys? Yes, I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on Telefari and their Yep. My goodness, is it the young Miss Lebleu? My apologies, but I work in the offices of the forum, and if word reached Master Forchenald that I was helping you, I see. We're sorry to have bothered you. Unlucky man. What about Dick? Maybe Dick has some answers. Dickin. Ooh. Welcome, sir. What can I offer you today? Oh. Wait, is that Mistress Alice I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meets Dickin, the owner of The Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion in between lessons at the stadium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alphinaud had set sail for Eorzea and then you never came back. Like, there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything all right at home? No. It's complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Levieux. No matter how discreet Master Fortunald may have been, news of your family's doings never stays secret for long. Things being what they are what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions and only Charlatan has the answer. Tell me, Master Dickin, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What? Like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. Huh. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Charlatan, aren't you? Yes. Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're setting down the food and you might just get the answers you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? Sure, man. I'll do it. Let's go. That's the spirit. Pay attention now and I'll explain where each of these dishes needs to go. God dang it. The tea set is for the charity group, the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. Tea water edge. The omelette is one for our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisla. She's sitting at the outside table with a friend of hers. Omelette Gisla fromage. Behind them, you should see a Makote gentleman. He ordered his oven-baked lobster. Oven-baked Makote. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. I got it. I got it. All right, what do we have? What are we doing? Where's the stuff? Did he already give me the stuff? Do I already have the stuff? I think I already have the stuff. All right, let's go over here. This is the chatty group by the table, and they wanted their dingus. This is the tea set for the chatty group. Oh, my tea set. Lovely. Thank you. Anyone know about the final days? The Telefahoo? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practice of the 6th astral era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. Nope. Okay, this is omelette Gisla fromage. She's got the omelet. Ah, finally, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in, no time to waste. Wow. Anything you know about the final days? What? The Telefari? Ah, yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest Gazette. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Same old senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best stay out of it, I say. The forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. All right, and then this is the last one. They have urbane banter with a smile? No, give them the lobster. Wait. Oven-baked lobster. It's a Makote. Oven-baked Makote. He's a Makote. This has to be it. Oven-baked lobster. Right? At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to afford this heavenly dish. Anything you know about the end of days? Apocalypse, anyone? Final days is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his feet. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. A what? You don't know about a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things we haven't got here in Australia. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. Wow. So named for those folk who trail after the reapers in their fields, picking up every grain which was missed. Aye, by all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If those Telefari make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost forever. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing around in such a frenzy? True. Good question. Watch the harbor and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. We learned something. Alice, any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Yes. Something, dock, gleaners, things every day. Interesting. The same owner of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the Gazette was printing, even Dickett had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. Oh, yes. Give it to me. But let's our enjoy drinks elsewhere, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from gossips and their waggling tongues. Okay. Some alone time with Alice, huh? Let's go. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Oh, here we go. Gossip. Oh, we're dangling our feetsies. That's pretty cool, man. She's got to be pretty upset, but she's got coffee, so how upset could she really be? Let's be honest. I can smell it.
When our father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan? Graham said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length.
You think?
Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt.
What if this is like an Itachi situation?
And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice.
Good.
So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Not your fault. You know that. Those boxes we heard about. Gleaners! They're doing special boxes. Yeah. Let's go steal them. Maybe.
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
You think? I don't know. We follow them?
A vast complex beneath the island. Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples.
Oh?
Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
No way. We gotta get in there.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat.
She realized something.
Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
That's what I was saying, yes!
Well, I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats.
That's what I said!
The gleaners answer to the Forum.
But...
If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity,
Uh-huh.
then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
We gotta get in there! Come on! Let's go. Let's swim. We can swim. I know how to swim. I'm a great swimmer. A labyrinthine descent. Alice is excited to share your revelations. We should tell the others what we've learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon, and I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon will want his cups back. Something's gonna happen to her. Be careful! Be careful over there! All right, let's go talk to the people at the book place. Welcome back, Torvald. Been for a walk and cleared your head, had you? Yes, I got coffee too, which is pretty great. Alice's here. Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the Gleaners. Yes. Tell them about the Gleaners and the boats and the boxes and the underground storage facility of animals and plants. It makes sense. The Gleaners take their requests directly from the institutions and bureaucrats, but as you say, they ultimately answer to the Forum. A sudden and significant increase in Gleaner traffic and in cargo, it certainly gives the impression of an overarching plan being put into the motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. Go on, Alphano. As Ishtola observed earlier, Numenon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Torvald and Alice learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Sharlayans know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. That's fair. Yeah, my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telophoroi is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Also true. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Eorzea's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. Bruh. I do not think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' received activities are in such service to the Forum's secretive ends. In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit the Labyrinthos, yes! And assess the situation for ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. True! A fine idea! Do it! I want to go down there. I want to see what there's all kinds of things in there. You won't be disappointed, I promise. You promise, huh? As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that they each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. All right, let's go underground. What could go wrong? Let's head down the stairs over there and I'll show you where the entrance is. Wait, do you think it's the first dungeon? They said plants, fauna, and flora. There could totally be some big monsters down there that we have to clear out. Let's go find out. Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. What? I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow us in, try not to fall behind. Okay. Off we go then. Sets off at a brisk walk. Oh, we're power walking, are we? That's a brisk walk? This is your brisk walk, bro? Try not to fall behind. He's too brisk. God, this guy, this Alce, never mind. Alce, she's too brisk. So brisk, amazing. If it's pleasant here, but we really should move along. Oh, she's gonna run now? Do it. Do it. Even my brisk walk is so much more brisk than hers. Now we run. Try to keep up. All right, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You didn't remember to tune to the shard back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. I sure did. Let's go. Yeah. Yo, look at this. This place is cool. All right, chaps and chapettes. Mostly chapettes. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go. I'm ready, dude. I'm excited. Let's go. Whoa.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
This looks like it's outside. This is pretty cool.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed.
Obviously.
If the stack grows too high, start a new one.
Right.
If no room remains, then make more rooms.
How long have they been doing this?
A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
Here's the animals. Oh.
Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Who knows what you'd find down here? Labyrinthos, the Northern Empty. The library under the library under the library. Wasn't this like part of the Full Metal Alchemist? Maybe. That's a pretty cool looking sun. Wait, can you get cancer from that sun? Oh.
Not what you expected.
Nope.
I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
True. Very true.
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
That's really cool.
The island is volcanic, you see. And once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Sure.
It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
It's not still an active volcano, right? Like it's just a hole?
Aren't those people gleaners?
Are they? Yes, they are. They must be. What do they know?
Judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Can we beat it out of them? I mean, can we talk to them and ask them about it?
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
All right. Let's do it. They've got to know something. What?
Ugh.
Did you have Taco Bell again? No, you didn't? Are you okay?
Did you call to me just now?
No. Can she hear Heidelin?
No.
Oh.
How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent.
Foreshadowing.
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Okay. Don't have any aneurysms or anything. He's like, I don't know. I guess we just gotta talk to all the dudes. Here's Dobbin. What's up, Dobbin? Want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they stock in Labyrinthos and, you know, some sort of tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no worry at all this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high demanded. Damned if I know the reason. Could they be changing their layout? Maybe they're like accepting the end of days, and they're like trying to build like some kind of arc that has all the information stored away. And they're just saying the taking stock in the labyrinthos. Okay. Teve says, let me think. The Rhea seeds should be item 1058. Cumin seeds 1059. Snurbbleberry 1060, or were they 1061? Arg, my head feels like it's stuffed and with Moko grass. Why more loads take out that carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Corinthian carrots for the Gur Albanian carrots? What then? Your exchange just saw you. Yeah. Dude, they're preparing for the end of days. They're just trying not to freak anyone out. For sure, man. All right, what does Eren Yeager know? You here to help or give me more headaches because you don't have the look of a gleaner and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Marmots? Any luck, Torvald? What tales do the gleaners have to tell? That one and that one and that one and that one. They're tired, they're rushing shipments, they're hauling more than ever, and they're mixing things up last minute. So this ground operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the forum definitely is up to something, and they're turning labyrinthos upside down in the process. Boop. All right, here's Lost in Thought. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, Torval, I have an idea. I'm always game. Let's do it. Oh, I kneel down to talk to her. That's kind of degrading. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. Sure. Champion of yours will go help you capture your lost marmots. I will turn my charms on this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Okay. I go. If you wish to help me find the marmots, I have nothing suitable to pay you for your service, but if you're offering out of goodness of your heart, I welcome the assistance. Yeah, choose me. I'll do it. Where are your marmots? The name is Eren Yeager, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trial I have no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there's no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack, gently, of course. Okay, I'll sack up some marmots for you. BRB. Wait, that's a troll. That's not a marmot. Carry on. Oh, it must be over here somewhere. A marmot! Wait, what is this? A hunting coyote? How dare you? How dare you? Stay away from my marmot, jerk. Marmot, you're safe. What? Another one? Oh no! Say it ain't so. Any more? All right, we got a marmot. Chirp, squeak. We did it. There's another one. Mouse. Hostile presence? I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think you're dead to me. That's it. Done. Give me the next one. Any others? No? More enemies? A hunting troll? Ah! 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 You're safe now, little mouse. Squeak! Rat sack. Mine now. Oh, you stupid marmot. What? The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the tree. God dang it. There he is! Get him! Get him! Chirp! You can't go anywhere. You're cornered. You're not getting out of here. Mine now. Squeak, squeak! More prepared for the speed this time. You succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Deliver the rat sack to Eren Yeager. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Here's your rat sack. Here you go, buddy. All yours. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. All right, man. Don't take too long. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's too much. It's much too soon. Oh, shit. Here we go. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Yeah. Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. The same officials who've had us working day and night of late, the honorable members of the forum. Who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed, those were the two conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. They want suitable for reproduction and for dinner. Dude, they're preparing for like some kind of arc. I know it. They have to be. Right? There you are, Torvald. Bam, bam. Is this the gleaner you mentioned? The one who was looking for lost marmots? Yes. Eren Yeager is here. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk anyway? Champions of Yorza? I am Kryle, the students of Baldizion. These are my associates. Truth be told, the forum decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, you might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Nope. Anyway, duty calls, other animals captured, and enclosures empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Bye. Okay, bye. I didn't really learn anything. No. No. I mean, they just want something that's breedable and eatable. That the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. They're preparing an arc. I say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun, the forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Teleferi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus, I'm inclined to trust their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Teleferi's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Who's blowing a dog whistle? Crowl, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. Huh? We follow the path east through the forest where you were chasing off that mouse or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. I thought they were marmots at first, I'm sorry. But yes, let's go. Behold, the Archeon! As Numenon serves as Charlene's literary archive, so does the structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. The building you see is merely the upper entrance and access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Charlene's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Okay. I get a hat. Gazing into the Archeon. Well, we won't learn anything about staying here. Let's proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. All right, let's go. Custodian! Talk to me, man. Let's go. All right. Let me in. Tell me your secrets. Greetings. We are here to pursue the Archeon's vaults. Pursue or peruse? You are clearly not gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? Avengers. We belong to the students of Baldizian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Huh? Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the mills here. Yes, might we at least make use of that? No? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. Jesus. By that time, it'll be too late and we're so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? All right. I'm telling you, I can beat it out of him. You see the size of me? Students of Baldesian. Oh, he knows something. He's gonna snitch. Heck. I'm telling you, I can beat it out of him. And get all the answers we need. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. Okay? It's a good idea, but I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access low levels. Invisibleness? Maybe? It is likely that people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let's ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. My back is pretty strong. It's true. All right, we're going incognito. Undercover. Find out, men. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. Actually, we had no idea what it was found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Squeal, squeal! Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. Aw. What's that? You take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. Good call, man. Let's go find him. Quiet, you'll frighten it away. What are we frightening away? That thing? Okay. Aaron Yeager's over here. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. That cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Is that it over there? Maybe? Need some help, buddy? You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friends. Kind of suspicious, actually. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than one. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with this sleeping dart. Okay. Sure thing, man. Effects are short-lived, so we'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Green and a caw. Green feathers. Search surroundings for the hornbill. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the hornbill and use the blowgun. He said green feathers and a caw. Wait, that's a caw, but that's red. Right? You zoom in. Whack, whack. Caw, caw. Is that over here? Are you saying caw? Large green bird. Whack, whack. That's the one. That's gotta be, right? It's green feathers and it's cawing. Hit the right bird with a dart. We did it. All right. Aaron Yeager's gonna be so happy. Nice. We did it. Yeah. Aaron Yeager. There he goes. Is that the right one?
A fair shot.
Thank you. Oh, that's not what we want. Nope. There we go.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
That's not how I expected him to sound, I'll be honest. But he does seem like a nice guy. Hey, we got the caw-caw bird. There I am.
Any new revelations?
I shot a bird with a dart. And he cawed. I think he's going to try to bring the bird down too, right? On the elevator?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
I did.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really.
Oh, he knows. Huh?
Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising.
Oh.
But we can't simply turn them loose.
Okay.
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties.
That makes sense. So get the caw-caw bird out of there.
Not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Whoa. Need some help? Yeah?
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum.
Damn. What a
The projects
coinkydink.
down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city.
What?
And are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Maybe they just want company. And they like hornbills.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
Okay.
But
let's take it down
judging
below.
by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research.
Marmots
I'd be
and
more inclined
hornbills.
to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south.
Huh.
Mericidia or thereabouts.
Right. It's like more livestock, right?
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
That's what I was thinking.
They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
Nice.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Let me come down with you. I'll help you carry the bird.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels.
Right.
And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
Yes. Assistance.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
What?
Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift.
Aww.
I will, of course, follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Fair enough. Aww.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
Aww. We could just send one, maybe. Right?
How do you feel about climbing?
Oh.
If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Ooh.
This
Deep into the
path
crevasse.
leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
Nice.
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
Wait.
I never even knew such a place existed.
Oh.
Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
Well, just sneak
You're
in.
quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back.
Is that
I
our
bid
first
you good
dungeon?
day.
Maybe the mine shaft is our first dungeon. You think? It has been a bit since we've unlocked a dungeon.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Okay. I'm down. Let's go to the mine shaft. Yeah. Mine shaft, mine shaft. The entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures honed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavery and beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. All right. Let's do it. Except, eager to get underway. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. Oh, God. Right. You discover a new location. Oh, this place is spoopy. It's huge. Why is it so huge? We're going over here, I guess. What is that? If you enjoyed yourself today, leave a like down below. You can support me and my work on Patreon and view Patreon exclusive content. Link in the description. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.